Hi guys, it's Sparkling Minnie Moo. How are you? So I'm going to do a vlog real quick on the Walt Disney World dining plan. I'm going to try to keep it short, but sometimes when you're talking about the Walt Disney World dining plan, there's so much information that you need to know about it that you know, sometimes it could take a while, but I'll really try to keep it short. But I actually had a subscriber send me a email asking me if I would do a vlog on the restaurants that we ate at on our Walt Disney vacation we recently took in December. And that request came from Disney Princess. And I highly recommend you shoot over to her channel and see her amazing vlogs if you're a Disney lover, especially the ones where she has her hair all braided. She really does look like a Disney princess. And obviously, she loves Disney as much as any other Disney lover like myself does. So, she wanted me to talk about the restaurants we ate at and to give my reviews on opinions on them and possibly recommend some other restaurants. But before I do that, I think it's important that I explain that we use the Walt Disney World Dining Plan. Now, if you are familiar with the Walt Disney Dining Plan, then you can just shut me down. But if you're not familiar with it, or you're somebody who has heard of it, but you're debating on whether or not to add that to your magical Disney World package to your next visit, then you might want to listen up. There is 4 dining plans to choose from, and the first one is the quick serve dining plan. And with that one, all of your meals are quick serves, and then you get 1 snack and 1 refillable mug per guest that's on the dining plan. And those quick serves and those snacks are for each day of your stay at Walt Disney World. And your refillable mug is good to use at your resort and hotel at Disney World. Then you have your Disney dining plan, which my family and I purchased. And that is 1 quick serve per day, 1 table serve per day, 1 snack per day, and 1 refillable mug to use at your resort per member that's on the dining plan. Then you have the Disney Deluxe dining plan, which is all of your meals are table serve. You get 2 snacks per day, and then you have your refillable mug included to use at your Walt Disney World Resort and Hotel. Then you have your Disney Premium. And with that one, it includes 3 sit-down table serves, a refillable mug, and 2 snacks. Then you have access to all, water sport activities and golfing, 1 admission to Cirque du Soleil's show. Children's activities are included, and behind the tours of Walt Disney World. So it's really up to you as to which dining plan best suits you and your family during your Walt Disney World vacation. The quick serve dining plan does not require reservations because it's quick serves. But when it comes to table serves, you need to make reservations. That is very, very important. And it's very important that you make those reservations 180 days out, which means 6 months from when you plan on arriving at Disney World. So if you have not made those reservations and you're 6 months out from your trip, you might find yourself in a bind when you do try to call because they may already be all booked. Don't think because you're on the dining plan that you can just show up at a restaurant and say, okay, this is where we want to eat, walk in, and get seated. Some restaurants are not even going to seat you. Some restaurants will turn you away. We had ate at one restaurant, and there was one lady that was really upset, and you could hear how upset she was with the cast member, which was the hostess. She, as we were walking out, she was making a big fuss, and she turned to her husband, and she says, we can't eat here tonight. And he said, why not? She goes, we don't have a reservation. Well, she was upset. I don't know her situation. I don't know if she was on the dining plan and she didn't book. I didn't know if she just thought she could just show up and get seated. But you need to make reservations at the restaurants you plan on eating at during your stay, okay? So that's why I always say when you're planning your Walt Disney World trip, make sure you book your trip at least 8 months out. That way you have at least 2 months to try to figure out where you're going to eat. So at 180 days, you can call and make those reservations. And when you call, make sure you have a backup restaurant in case the cast member on the phone says that time slot is already booked or we're already booked for that day, then you have a backup restaurant. And another thing is you want to call right at 7 a.m. Orlando, Florida is on the same time zone that I'm on, which is Eastern, and I call right at 7 a.m. and I booked my restaurants. One of them was Chef Mickey at 7 a.m. and when you book a reservation, you want to show up 15 to 10 minutes early to check in. You want to make sure, let me get my phone. You want to make sure that you have your My Disney Experience app on your phone because all of your reservations will be linked to your band and they will be on the My Disney Experience app. And if there's any, question about your reservation, then you can quickly pull it up on your phone and show your confirmation number. Not only that, Disney will send you an email reminding you, okay, today you have a reservation at such and here's, the reservation number. So that's the great thing about the Magic Bands and having the Disney app. Your confirmation numbers will be on there. But I was thinking when I booked that Chef Mickey that I would go ahead and switch it maybe to 8 when I had booked it for 7. I'm not kidding you. I called about 4 hours later to see if I could get it switched to 8. And guess what? They were already booked up for Tuesday morning breakfast. That is how fast they booked up for that day. And she didn't have anything else open during our stay. I mean, is that crazy or what? I mean, they book up that fast. So when Disney tells you to call at 180 days, they're not playing games. They're serious. You better call at 180 days. So that's why I said when you book your trip, if you plan on using the dining plan, you want to book 8 months out because then you have that little bit of room for 2 months to try to figure out where you want to eat. So the best thing I recommend too is getting the Disney Dining Guide. And here I have the 2013, and you want to get the 2014 because Disney reserves the right to change their policies when it comes to the dining plan as to what restaurants are participating in the dining plan, which restaurants are now going to be quick serve versus not quick serve versus sit down. But it is a really quick guide that gives you information to every restaurant in the park and hotels. And you can use this as a reference guide. It talks about the restaurant, what it serves, where it's located, and how much, the average price is. It also tells you whether or not it's a quick serve restaurant or a table serve restaurant or a place that you can get a quick snack. But in here, they have these pictures that show you like, this is a fast food symbol. This is a table serve symbol. This symbol participates in the dining plan. The B stands for breakfast, L for lunch, D for dinner, and S for snack, and kind of like the price range. But I'll give you a quick example of how this works. We'll go over to the Magic Kingdom. And if you go to Main Street Bakery, okay, Main Street Bakery, which is now Starbucks, in there, you could use this as a quick serve. So you can go in there and pick up something and use it as a quick serve credit. Over here at the Plaza restaurant, if you see the little symbol, that is a table serve. And it has the little Mickey. That means that that restaurant participates in the dining plan because there is some restaurants in here that do not participate in the dining plan. It doesn't mean that you can't make a reservation for that restaurant. You can. It's just that they're not participating in the dining plan, so you're going to have to pay for that meal, either have it charged to your room or pay for it there at the restaurant. And then you want to keep in mind too that some dinner shows or special dinner shows may eat up 2 of your table serve credits. I know the Spirit of Aloha does. I know Cinderella's Royal Court meal does at her castle. And what you can do at the time that you book that is that you can either choose to use 2 table serve credits or let the cast member know you don't want to do that and you just want to pay right now over the phone, because that's what I wound up doing. I just paid right over the phone because I did not want to eat up those table serve credits. And another thing too is you want to keep in mind when it comes to quick serves that there are tons of options to choose from, and depending if you have a park hopper, you may be hitting different parks throughout the day. So you want to keep this guide with you, as I kept it with me. That way, if we ended up in a park and my kids were hungry, I could quickly reference to it as to, okay, this is a quick serve. We could go eat here, or we could go eat, we can go eat there. But dinner reservations are very important. Booking 180 days out is essential to, making your stay at Walt Disney World that much more pleasurable. I feel that the dining plan is well worth the money. Now, when it comes to quick serves, you don't need to book reservations. That's not required because you get in and you get out. The only thing with the Disney dining plan versus the Disney Deluxe, the Disney Deluxe requires you 3 table serve credits. So you're making 3 reservations. So you're getting up in the morning and you're having to be at a certain spot at a certain time. And then you're done with that, and then maybe you're at Epcot, but you have to turn around and get over to the Magic Kingdom at a certain time because now you have a reservation over there. And then you're over here at the Magic Kingdom, but now you have to hurry up and you have to shoot over to maybe downtown Disney because you have a reservation over there. And what I found with people that have done the deluxe dining plan, they found speaking with them, they kind of planned their whole vacation around their food. And I'm like, I don't want to waste my time sitting down at every meal, having to be waited on, having the food to be brought to me, and then eating it, and then, leaving, and then having to be at this park at this time, and this restaurant at that time, and being over here at this resort at that time. No, 1 table serve was enough. And when I tell you quick serves are meals within themselves, they are. I'm not kidding you. Quick serves are huge meals. And I'll go into greater length on quick serves when I talk about the restaurants we ate at and which ones I recommend. So when it comes to the dining plan, it is well worth the money if you have not experienced, the dining plan. I highly recommend that you include that in your Magic Your Way package when you book your trip. And another thing too, do your research. Research. If you're not getting enough information out of the book, I can guarantee you can go to YouTube and probably YouTube one of these restaurants. And somebody will take you into one of these restaurants and show you the food, show you their plate. They'll talk about it. I mean, that's how I kind of book some of our restaurants. I went to YouTube and I just typed in certain restaurants from the book. Like it took me into Boma's, which is at the Animal Kingdom. And somebody did a whole vlog on, Boma's breakfast, and they just took you through the buffet and you could see all the food. And I'm like, man, that looks so good. Okay, I'm going to book that. So if you're not sure about a restaurant based on what you're reading in here, then research it. Google it. Go to the Disney, forums. Go to the Disney, mom's website where they can answer some of your questions. And then, YouTube these restaurants. I'm sure they'll pop up for you and you can actually get a video inside the restaurant and kind of see what the atmosphere is like and what the food is like. And there's so many resources out there. You just got to do your homework. So I hope this video was informational to you. And if you've used the dining plan before, share with me. Leave a comment. I want to know. And if you haven't used the dining plan, please think about purchasing it. It's well worth the money. It is pricey, but it is well worth the money. And price is based on the number of people in your party. It's based on how many are children versus how many are adults. So everybody's going to pay a different price. And then it depends on which dining plan you choose to go with. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Y'all have a blessed day. May the Lord just keep you in His grace and have a magical week, guys. Hugs and kisses to everybody. And please subscribe. I'm almost to 100. Bye.